All right, ladies and gentlemen. So today we're going to talk about Artur. Now, if you guys don't know who Artur is, he is a developer who has made the game Soul Ash 2, which is a roguelike sandbox kind of a game. Not exactly for me, but I can still respect that he wanted to make it. Now, ultimately, Artur has been receiving so much backlash from the Wokies that he has just been fed up. He's over it. He made this very long post on X that we're going to go over right now that dictates not only what he's been dealing with, but how he's going to deal with that nonsense moving forward into the new year. And you know what? I'm ready for it. I'm happy to see it, and I want to see what he does and see it go down.
If y'all didn't know it, I'll explain it to you. You're all right-wing bigots if you're not into dudes. You get 55 emails each day before noon, reminding us all that everything's gay in June.
So I want you guys to keep in mind to give you a little bit of context before we get into this video. Artur, in his game, he's been getting a lot of backlash for one reason and one reason only. And gee, I can only imagine what that reason is. The reason, quite frankly, is that he wouldn't put gay relationships in his video game. Yes, that's literally it. He would not put gay relationships in his video game, and that's the reason why the Wokies had decided to start attacking him, calling him a fascist, calling him homophobic, calling him every word that they possibly could call him to try to ruin him. Every time he makes a post online, you're going to have some idiots there trying to say, hey, by the way, this developer's a fascist. They do everything they can to try to ruin this man, and he has been fighting against it for the entire year now, or a little bit under a year, I would say. And now he's pretty much had it, and he's just going crazy right now on Twitter, and I'm here for it. So let's get into this video, guys. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. And again, if you guys want to check out his stuff, if you want to consider supporting him, his name is Artur. I don't know how to say his last name. It's showing here on screen, and I'm going to leave his Twitter handle in my description box below, so you can go potentially check him out and see if it's for you. So the spoiled rainbow brats keep pushing their lies 4 months after they attempted to force their ideology into my game and communities. Again, they wanted him to put gay relationships in the game. He said that doesn't make any sense. The entire reason for relationships in the game is in order for you to continue your lineage, and that's not possible, obviously, if you're having gay relationships. So they just lost their mind. They lost their mind at it. It was insane. They keep sharing their hateful lies under any video or popular mention of my game, and now even calling me a fascist, but wanting to do my own thing in peace. Because of course, it's not about you being okay with it. It's about you bending the knee, right? You can't just be okay with it anymore. And this is a slippery slope that we talk about all the time, that the Wokies never want to admit is a thing, but it is, right? When you give an inch, they want to take 5,000 miles from you. That's what they do. So now it's at the point where you can't be accepting. You can't actually just be like, you know what, live and let live. No, you can't do that. Now it's got to be live and you abide by my rules. And if you don't abide by my rules and my ideology, then I'm going to try to ruin you. I'm going to try to destroy your life. I'm going to just try to take everything away from you I possibly can. That's what this is about. And that's what it's always been about. It's about power. It's about control. It's about trying to control the narrative. It's not about love or acceptance or any of this nonsense they try to tell you. It's never about that shit. It's people out there that want to weaponize empathy and use it in order to move their own form of social justice in their favor. Then he says, this is how they continue to try to cancel me. It's clear to me that I won't be allowed to do my thing. He's right. He won't. Every update comes with a few negative new reviews, and every mention of my game comes with slurs in the comments. I will make the best roguelike anyway, even if it takes a little bit longer. They will, however, continue until all stores, communities, and content creators cancel me. Nobody wants to be accused of association with a homophobic fascist. They think that if they repeat the lie enough times, that it will become the truth. I won't let them do this unchallenged, and I'll expose and document everyone who keeps pushing these lies with screenshots. Hey, that's what you need to do. That's literally what you need to do. This guy is going to turn into another Grums in the sense that screenshots everything, post everything. He's going to turn into that because they're going to make him into that. They're going to make it to the point where he's going to have to screenshot literally everything in order to showcase the insanity that he's facing every single day. And again, I want to remind people, this is over a video game, and this is over people being mad that there is no gay people in the video game. That's what this is about, supposedly anyway, even though we know it's not, right? It's really about power, let's be real. But they're trying to make it seem like, oh, we're just angry because you're homophobic. You don't want to put gay people in your game. Yeah, come on, bro. Nobody's believing that nonsense. Then it says these people abuse compassion. Exactly. That's So when I say weaponize empathy, that's also another way to say it. Abusing compassion for their benefit for far too long. They instill fear in people with their actions as they enjoy protection from backlash from partisan moderators. They will attempt to ruin the life of anyone for not celebrating them like the gods that they think they are. Enough is enough. This is a great comment right here. Right here, partisan moderators is fantastic because that's literally what's happening, right? They are operating on platforms that are always in their favor. This is the reason why they don't like X, because X is no longer in their favor. You want to know why? Because X is not in anybody's favor. That's the beautiful thing. The wokies on X think that X is now suddenly a right-wing platform, all because they actually have to see right-wing ideology on the platform, and it's not censored anymore. They don't realize that they themselves are not censored either, right? So it's like everybody can see everybody's comments now, and that's the beautiful thing about X. It's very open for the most part. Sure, it has its issues, right? There's certain things with trans people you can't say, otherwise you get immediately banned. The only time I've ever gotten banned from X, which was 3 times, every single time had to do with a trans comment. So I'm not surprised that they have that level of protection. So it's not fully open like, they say it is, but it's a lot more open than any other platform, right? It's way more open than Instagram, way more open than Facebook, way more open than YouTube. So again, it is one of those things where they just think that it's a hardcore hate platform because now they have to actually see what the real world thinks. They're so used to partisan moderators, great comment by the way, partisan moderators hiding what the other side thinks to make you think that your worldview is the worldview. And that's why they don't like it. Then he says, I hope that these people would move on by now, but they are incapable because they have nothing to live for than hate. That is facts, which is amazing. The people who try to say we rage bait, the people who try to say we're porn brain, the people who try to say all these comments, they're projecting because ultimately they're the ones who are actually porn brained. They are the ones who are actually hateful. They are the ones who live for this stuff. They just went to Blue Sky and became more aggressive on Reddit to protect and grow their vicious bubbles. The only way this ends is if these people are robbed of their power by exposing all of their hateful actions and asking point blank everyone to continue to support them by waving rainbow and trans flags if this type of oppression and hate is what they stand for. It is. It is. I don't know if he even knows that, but it is, Artur. I don't know how to tell you that, but that's what it is. They absolutely support this stuff. They support it either by willingly supporting it or supporting it because they're too scared of what might happen if they don't. So ultimately, they are supporting it no matter what. It doesn't really matter. And he says, I will take the initiative in 2025 and do everything I can to fight this oppression. Nobody should ever feel forced to change their work under the harassment of radical groups. It has to end. And again, he shares some screenshots of talking about Soul Ash 2, and all we see is too bad the dev turned out to be a jerk. Itch boosting a game by a homophobic developer. Great. Too bad the dev is a massive piece of shit. Before purchasing this game, I highly recommend looking into the developer and the comments he made on Twitter after the community requested same-sex marriage in his game. It's like, bro, are you serious right now? This is what you're really trying to do? Seriously, this guy's definitely a troon. You can just look at the profile picture. So this is where we're at in life, right? Where the people, if you don't give them what they want, immediate backlash, right? Immediate try to cancel. This is what they try to do. And then they try to claim we're the hate mob, even though they're the ones that literally act like the hate mob all the time. So shout out to Artur. Hopefully you get more positive sentiments your way. You're doing the right thing. And again, he's not doing the right thing because he's avoiding gay marriage. He's doing the right thing because he wants to make his game one way and stand by it, right? I tell people all the time when they make woke games, okay, if that's what you want to make, then stand by it. Just be ready to lose money if your budget's too high. That's basically it. I have no problems. Like, if you're going to make your own IP and it's woke, go for it. I've said that since the dawn of time. My biggest issue is when you try to take established IPs that aren't woke and then try to make them woke. That's when I have a problem, and that's where most of my videos come into play. But ultimately, if you're making your own game and you want to stand by your decisions, hey, I will always respect that, whether it's left or right. I don't care. So ultimately, Artur, hopefully you get some positive sentiment your way. And like I said, his Twitter will be in the description box below. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.